Hi, this is Gary at Webdeersign. This is an introduction to using the facility of warehousing in RapidWeaver, and also talk a little bit about SVG images and how they can be used. There's a whole lot of advantages here. I'm going to go through these quickly, but using warehoused images can really speed things up. Firstly, images are loaded once into the browser's cache. So if you have the same image loaded over and over again, it's only loaded once. If you use the conventional method of local images, then every time you display that image, it's being downloaded again. The second point is actually quite a big one, that images are not loaded into RapidWeaver as local files. If you take an advantage where you've got some large images, say 250k each, and you've got 4 of them on each page, you've got a megabyte of pictures on each page. Now, if you had a large site with, say, 100 pages, you've now got 100 megabytes of images inside the RapidWeaver file, and that's just increased your RapidWeaver file by 100 megabytes. So by warehousing those images, none of those images are stored inside RapidWeaver. That means it's going to load up, save, publish much quicker. Images can be backed up. Now that may seem a bit of a strange one, but the fact that you've got them on a server somewhere in a folder, they're backed up. It's very difficult to back up images within a RapidWeaver file because you can't really go and pull them all out without sort of having to root around and find them. The fourth point here is quite a big one. For SEO purposes, warehoused images keep the names that you give them. Whatever you call your image, it will retain that name when it's loaded up to a server. Stacks images get renamed. They lose their names and they have a random meaningless name. So that's quite an important one. There's another thing which has always frustrated me a bit about RapidWeaver, and if you load an image into a local stack, for example, you can't get the image back out. You can't look at it, you can't find out what the DPI is, you can't find out what the size is. So if you're using warehoused images, you can do whatever you like. You can see the image, you can check the size. And then the sixth point here is that by using warehoused images, it gives you access to using SVG images. And this is a whole new ball game. There's so many advantages. Usually they can be really tiny, almost insignificantly small. Yet they remain razor sharp right up to all screen sizes. So if you were using one as an overlay or a background image, for example, look at it on a 27-inch iMac, Retina iMac, it's still going to be razor sharp and it can be a tiny little image. That's great. SVG images remain editable as well. So if you create something like a JPEG or a PNG image, you can't go back and edit all the elements in there. You can do so with an SVG, and that's really useful. So you can just pull your images back from the server, load them into a graphics program, and then go in and edit it, change the colors, do whatever you want to do. And then the final one there is Live Edit. And Live Edit, again, it's a great feature. It allows you to just go into your server, edit your SVG images using nothing more than a text editor, making changes to colors, to opacity, that type of thing, saving them, and you have an instant update on your website. All of the images that you're using for that particular SVG are updated instantly. That's a big feature. And in the next part of the video, we'll go on to that, and I'll show you how to create some SVGs and how we can load them up and actually do that. Thanks.